Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Have and to Roll. I'm Daft Prodigy, joined, as always, by my beautiful husband, Rain Zero. You're listening to Session 81, Thrallkeeper's Legacy. The Cover of Night are continuing their delve into an ancient ruin of the Thassilonian Empire. After running into a friendly tentacle that I'm sure was just lonely after being stuck in the ruin for thousands of years. That's probably the only thing even remotely dangerous in here. Probably. This session features sound effects from Syrinscape and music from Michael Ghelfi Audio. Details in the description. And now, let's fall down that shaft of totally safe, glowing green light to find what awaits us below on Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Hello, beautiful wife.
Hello, beautiful husband.
And welcome back
to
Curse of the Crimson Throne. Curse of the Crimson Throne.
So what happened last time on Curse of the Crimson Throne?
Stuff.
And with that extremely helpful recap, we'll go right into it.
Yes. No, I have to ask you. I have to ask you. It's very important.
Okay.
Actually, have I ever talked on the show about why I do it this way?
Is it to give you more time to prep stuff while we're live on?
Exactly. No, it's actually a thing that I got. I think I got it from Matt Colville, where basically you have the players do the recap. One, to make sure that you know that they know what's going on, and two, if they have anything incorrect, you can make sure that you correct them on it. Maybe not in the intro, but like give them information during the game that will correct anything that they have wrong.
Oh, that's nice. Have you ever had to do that for me?
All the time. All the time. Constantly. Yes.
There's a lot of information.
I mean, like one of the things is I do run this sort of like a mystery, right? And one of the things that you do run into when I run a game like that is that you come up with your own explanations, and they're often wrong.
Sometimes they're right.
As anything made with incomplete information usually is. Mm-hmm. And this game is no exception. And so what I'll usually do is if I see you going off in the wrong direction, mm-hmm. I'll make sure to seed some information into the future that'll bring you back toward what's right.
Well, you're doing a great job because I seem to be very put together and intelligent in most of the episodes of the show, except for when I have a plan that involves sneaking.
Yeah. Anyway.
What
did happen last time on Curse of the Crimson Throne?
Stuff.
Thanks.
Last time on Curse of the Crimson Throne, we set off from the Callow Mount, we set off from the Temple of the Moon, where we had made friends with the Lyrunqua, the group of Shawanti who worship Desna, and who needed that temple cleared. We met up with Truth Speaker Akram, who is interesting.
Unique. He is unique.
And very aggravating to all of my party members in different ways. I think he likes it. I think he enjoys being aggravating.
Yes.
Or as Iunia said, difficult on purpose. Mm-hmm. For instance, he refused to shadow walk because it is an illusion-based spell and he could end up anywhere after it. And so we walked to our next destination, which was the acropolis of the Thrallkeepers. Yeah. On our way there, we were being tailed by a mysterious group of people on horseback who liked to find, the picturesque bluffs and stuff to stand atop and be dramatically silhouetted against the sky. And we could not we could not figure out who they were. We tried saying hello. We didn't try approaching them out of concern that would seem aggressive. But when we reached the acropolis of the Thrallkeepers, which is a collapsed tower with a considerably large undercroft that still remains mostly accessible, we discovered that the folks who were following us were, in fact, Krojan, eats what he kills, and his posse. So Lenore said hi. Krojan laughed real loud. Somebody dropped a rock into the huge pools of black liquid that I very, very much wanted to avoid dropping anything into.
Yep.
And the floor rumbled a little bit.
Yes.
We went about our exploration of the acropolis, having sort of agreed with Krojan that we would have a little race to find the place that distributes the Thrallkeeper's mark. And after a little bit of digging, found a little puzzle thing that showed us a map of the next floor of the acropolis basement.
Yes.
And then as we were casting buffs to go down there,
it actually showed, the map showed you a three-dimensional layout of the entire building as it was supposed to be.
All right. Did that include an enormous tower?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Tower's gone.
Yeah, the tower's gone now. It fell over. Or was knocked over. We don't really know. But as we were casting buffs to go down to the second level of the basement, our spellcasting made a little bit of noise.
Yes.
And something reached an enormously long tentacle out of the pits of black liquid.
Yes, it didn't seem that it could see you, but it was sort of
trying to
around.
Find our location. We did the thing where somebody is coming to the elevator and you don't want anybody else in the elevator, so you slam the closed doors button. And the tentacle turned toward us and started trying to get into the door before it closed, but the door did manage to close. And we hopped downstairs before it could follow us. And that's where we left off.
All right. And with that, you hear a thud against the door. I should actually clarify something. There are a few things that I didn't mention last time, or I don't know if I made them clear enough last time, that I just want to impress upon you.
Okay.
So there's a few things about this place. One, it's made of like all black stone with like little red crystal in it.
Yeah.
But there is writing all over all of the walls here.
Oh, yes.
And I believe you looked at it for a little bit, but you didn't like get too far into it.
Yes, we saw the Chronicle of Yamis Jakobs.
Yes, the Chronicle of Yamis Jakobs, and his creation of the universe.
Yes.
Anyway, and additionally, between sessions here, one of the things that we did is I gave you a riddle to solve.
Yes.
Which you solved in between sessions because I thought it wouldn't make the best airtime. But when we come to the source of that riddle, your party will solve it in, I don't know, probably like 5 minutes or something.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll now, if you're listening to the show, what I'm going to do is I am putting the riddle up on our Tumblr. And if you want to solve the riddle, it's on there right now. So if you want to figure out how they got through this thing, go to Tumblr, check out the riddle, see if you can solve it, and you might be able to figure stuff out.
It was 45 minutes of me muttering to myself, scratching some things on paper, and silence.
But it worked.
No, it did. It did. It was a great riddle.
Right.
It was a great riddle. I loved it. I had a fantastic time. But it doesn't make for good airtime. So
anyway, it's one of those classic things. Like I think I've talked about this a million times, but like, you know, I think riddles are fun, and they're kind of one of those quintessential adventuring things that is hard to translate to a tabletop game, and it's even harder to translate from tabletop game to entertaining thing for people to listen to.
Yeah. And you know, and it's doubly hard in that way when it's just one person solving the riddle.
Yes. But so our solution is I let you solve the riddle on your own time, and if you're a listener and you want to solve the riddle, it's up on Tumblr now. Go check it out, and you can see if you can solve it yourself.
It's great.
Anyway, now there's writing all over the walls. Something just slammed into the door. It's some giant tentacle. Dust falls from the ceiling.
I would love to make some sort of check to see WT fuck that was.
Sure. You make a knowledge dungeoneering.
Oh, Damien. Damien has a not bad knowledge dungeoneering. I'm rolling my Dispel Dice D20 today. That is a 23 for Damien. Let me see if anybody else... Oh, Ophelia has dungeoneering. Let's see if she can help. And Ophelia does in fact help with a 19. And Trinia actually beats Damien with a 24.
So what's our highest?
So 24 with 2 aids is 28.
None of you have any fucking clue what this thing is. I think we would need to see more of it to know what it is, but I don't necessarily want to see more of it.
No, that's, I think, a completely valid viewpoint to have. That was fucking terrifying.
I will give you something, though.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem... One thing you do notice about it is that it didn't seem to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was also, it was a tentacle. But it was feeling around and sort of like hanging in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of like almost expectantly.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I want to impress about the movement of this thing is... it didn't get up and like grasp at the ground and like pull up or anything like that. It came up out of the darkness and it hung in the air. Just the tip, just sort of scanning the surface of the stone, about 5 feet above the stone. Until the door started to move and then it lunged toward the door. Well, you will get that it does seem to have some sort of... It doesn't seem to see, but it has some kind of blind sense.
Consider me impressed upon.
And so now you are sealed in the room.
Yes.
The light well that goes down below is in the center of the room. Off to the side, there is a shrine featuring a serpentine golden statue with 6 wings and a head shaped like the 7-pointed star that adorns all of the doors.
Did I make a religion check on this statue?
You did.
And I didn't.
You did not succeed in identifying it.
Yeah, that's fine. So Damien is going to say, I think it or what was Damien?
Wait, actually, I will say, you didn't gain any new information about the statue. You recognize the 7-pointed star and the iconography and the inscription says that this is Lissalan, who you know is a Thassilonian god.
Oh, okay.
Like you identified Lissalan once before.
Yeah, Lissalan was the original person or goddess to whom the temple of Urgathoa beneath Corvosa was dedicated.
Yes, that's who the temple to Urgathoa was dedicated to, and that temple also had a 7-pointed star in the sanctum.
Yes.
And so you don't really know like anything about Lissalan's deal or what's going on here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damien looks at the door as it closes and goes, I think it's tracking us by sound. I think it's tracking us by sound. He had just finished casting invisibility on Ophelia. He was going to cast mirror image on himself, but right now we are going to jump down this well. We'll have Lenore go down first. And then Truth Speaker Akram, who has been following behind and remains very vulnerable. And then we'll have everybody else come down.
You step into the light well, and you just gently float gracefully down about 70 feet.
All right.
And your feet alight on similarly black stone to the room above you. This wide corridor composed of polished black granite runs north to south. A blue stone disc sits on the floor to the south with a glowing column of blue light rising up from the disc through a hole in the ceiling. To the north, a 5-foot wide circular opening in the wall opens into a smaller chamber. The ceiling here is only 15 feet high.
Okay, so it's a lower ceiling than we are used to.
And
okay. Let's sort of get into a more useful orientation here. We'll put Damien in the back with Truth Speaker Akram, and I would like to make some perception checks to see if I notice any traps, hidden enemies, or another one of those tentacles.
Sure.
All right. So I think I'll just have everybody roll. Lenore. Lenore got a 34, and she does have see invisibility up. Are we in dim light or darkness?
It is dark down here.
Okay. Does Trinia still have light on?
Trinia and Speaker Akram would still have light up, though.
Our best roll is a 34.
Okay. So with a 34, as you're sort of like looking around the room, one of the things that you notice is there is a particularly ornate 7-pointed star on the massive block of stone that you see blocking this passage here. Or actually, it would be off to the side of the stone. And this room is decorated with a number of writings in Thassilonian, which would take you a bit of time to decipher if you wanted to like actually look through them. But a cursory glance seems to note that they seem to be notes about the planets and geography.
Okay.
You will see predominantly there's the runes associated with the planets shown in many places, but they only seem to go up to I believe it's the 6th planet from the sun that you know, which is Versus.
Yes.
And then there's a symbol that you don't recognize.
Okay.
And you will also find on a small table in the northwest a little golden orrery.
Okay.
With 7 circles, each bearing a little sphere.
Okay.
Each sphere bearing a rune. Runes you know to represent the planets.
Cool. Okay. While this seems to be a very interesting riddle.
Seems like a riddle, yes.
I think I'm going to clear. I think I'm going to make sure the area is clear before I sit down and ponder. Yes.
Before you spend 45 minutes solving the riddle.
So I'm going to have everybody sort of move forward in a block. I will have Lenore take point, and Speaker Akram can find his own.
Sort of hangs out in the back.
Find his own way. And I will just slowly move forward. We're going to move past that puzzle door. And just, I would like to stick my head in through the circular opening, or have Lenore stick her head in through the circular opening.
All right. You will find a bit of an antechamber, upon which there are many old stone desks, which are there's like a thick layer of what seems like just dust on them. From your understanding of what's going on here, this was probably paper at some point a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or some sort of writing surface, but now is just dust.
It's like how toilet paper eventually disintegrates into just fluff.
You recognize that the stone that makes up the this little space on the right is in fact some sort of like plug that bars entry into a room beyond.
Okay.
There is a slight gap around it, but it's not big enough for like a person to get through. It's only big enough for like air.
Okay. And I don't have like arcane eye or anything prepped, because it's not on any of my characters' spell lists.
Now, as you get toward the north end of this chamber over here, the walls and ceiling of the chamber beyond, basically there's a little staircase at the top here. Bring Truth Speaker Akram up. He's falling behind you, but I'm using him to indicate like where I'm talking about.
Yes.
So are you moving up?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to have Ophelia, who is currently invisible, move up stealthily and just look around the corner.
Okay.
So Lenore is about to step in, and she feels a tap on her shoulder. And she startles a little bit, and she looks around, and she doesn't see anybody. And then she nods as she realizes it's Ophelia, who wants to sneak ahead.
Yes. Yeah. You step through this room filled with ancient stone desks.
I feel like
laden with dust.
Oh wow. Okay, I got a 38. Before invisibility. Right, I got a 19 on die.
Total of 58 while moving for visual purposes.
Yeah. So as Ophelia moves through the dusty room, the dust on the tables doesn't even stir. There are the lightest of footprints in the dust on the floor. And she just
basically, you could be walking like toe to heel, very, very carefully.
Yeah.
In such a way that you don't actually disturb much beneath your feet.
Yes. Lenore can actually see invisibility, so she wouldn't actually be as startled by. She's startled by Ophelia, but she realizes that
yes,
Ophelia
you
wants
see
to
the
sneak
dotted
ahead.
outline of Ophelia.
Yes.
Yes.
And so Lenore watches carefully as Ophelia sneaks around the corner and looks into this room to the north.
And what you find is the walls, ceiling, and floor of this chamber have been painted to resemble a starry sky, giving the illusion of walking through space.
Ooh.
A 10-foot diameter stone sphere floats 5 feet above the floor near the room's southern wall. 3 short metal rods protrude from the lower hemisphere, radiating outward like a tripod, only the rods rest on empty air rather than on solid surface.
Oh, cool.
The sphere appears to have been carefully carved with tiny rivers, mountains, oceans, and forests. And if you would like, you may make a knowledge geography check.
I would love to. Ophelia does actually have no points in knowledge geography.
Okay, you cannot make a knowledge geography check. Sure looks like a sphere with... It looks like a map.
Yeah, it looks like a map. Okay. So Ophelia's going to sneak back to the group. It looks clear. There's a map of some sort in there and some rods sticking out the bottom. It's round like a globe. I can't tell what it's of. I didn't see any enemies, if that helps. So I think we could probably figure out this door thing. We might want to figure out a way first to keep any tentacles from coming down the well. I think that might be nice. Is there some sort of check I can make to determine if the tentacles are still searching or trying to get into
make a perception.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I would love to do.
You rolled, what was your perception earlier?
34.
34. You don't hear the sound of like anything coming through up at the top. All you hear is this gentle like warble of the blue column of light just constantly radiating magic.
Okay. Lenore's going to go back to the portal, going back up. She's not going to look up it, but she's going to move and she's going to wait to attack if there's anything that comes down. Ophelia's going to take point at the other end of the chamber, and Damien is going to try to crack this riddle.
Like while you're solving the riddle, Lenore will see a form up at the top of the column of light. Hey, what's going on down there? The voice of Krojan eats what he kills echoes down toward you.
Oh God. How do I tell him? Damien will take a break from his oh no, wait. Casting spells makes noise too. Damn. I'm trying to figure out how
There's
to
some kind of thing out there.
Lenore goes and looks up and makes like a be quiet kind of gesture, like a shh.
What?
Shh.
I can't
Gosh,
hear you.
Shut up.
Do you hear? And you see him like lean back out. It's like, and then you just hear it from up on the surface.
Lenore yells, "Get down here!
What?
Get down here!
There's a bunch of stuff up here though.
You're gonna die. Get your asses down here!"
I'm gonna die. He's like, whatever. And you see him like step into the column of light and like cross his arms and just slowly float down. He's like, oh. Like at first he sort of jumps into the column of light like he's going to like fall.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
does
a somersault. He goes, guys, it's a feather fall thing. You're not gonna fall. And the rest of the thunder callers also jump down. Yeah. So there's like a tentacle like sort of in the pool area.
Yeah, I'd say the odds are good that tentacle is connected to a much larger monster, probably with additional tentacles.
I guess, maybe. Anyway, I mean, as long as you stay on the sides, it can't get to you, I think.
I feel like I don't want to be the one to test that assumption you're making.
Yeah, I mean, like, we saw it out through one of, like, the little portholes on the side gallery stuff, and it didn't seem to notice us.
Well, with all the shouting you've been doing, it probably has noticed you by now.
Yeah, it did kind of look at us when we were talking.
Oh my god.
But, it didn't, like, attack us.
Okay, I'm going to get back to work. Somebody else can chew out Crojan.
And is anybody else looking at the globe?
Iunia would like to go and look at the globe. I think Iunia might look at Trinia and say, it's possible your expertise in map-related oracle things might be useful.
And Trinia goes, oh, yeah, I could check it out. I guess. Geography's not like my strongest subject, but,
I don't know much about geography.
She walks around it a little bit and she goes, oh, yeah, this is a map of Galarian.
Oh.
That's not right, though.
What is wrong with it?
There's like... So she points at an area on it where for a while you recognize the coastline. Mm-hmm. But then you see these protrusions that don't look like anything you've ever seen on a map that makes sense to you. Where basically Corvosa and everything like that should be. Instead, there is a very large piece of land that juts out into Conqueror's Bay, where the islands that make up Western Varissia are. There are instead two protrusions of landmass that go out into the sea. There's also like another continent on here.
Oh,
that you guys didn't really or Ophelia didn't really recognize. Mm-hmm. She goes, "That's Aslant." And I don't know what all of this is. She starts looking at like some of the other writing on the walls and stuff. She goes, "Oh, this is Thassilon.
Oh,
this is like super old."
Yes, I imagine so. Can I make a knowledge history check to see if I can get any more information about Aslant? Iunia doesn't have any ranks in knowledge geography, but they do have several in history, to see if I can get some information about these landmasses and what looks different.
You can roll knowledge history.
All right, come on, Iunia. They got a 18.
Your best guess is that the map is just old.
Okay.
And you don't know exactly why it's different, and like you don't know what the deal with these extra land masses is, but it doesn't seem accurate to the world as you know it.
Aslant is no longer here, but it's on the map because the map is old.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like it was there when they made the map. This means it was a really long time ago, I think.
Yes, I gather that most of the things in here are very, very old. Iunia wants to just get a little bit closer to the map. Can I see what's up with the tripod thing?
Actually, does Ophelia have knowledge history?
Ophelia does have knowledge history.
Yes. Let's have Ophelia make a knowledge history.
Okay. She's only got one rank in it, so it's not great. But
it's a lower DC for her.
Yes. We'll see how she does. Oh! Ophelia got a 19.
Oh. For total of?
A 16 on die for a total of 19.
Oh, a total of 19. Okay.
Yes.
So Ophelia, you will know that the reason that Aslant is showing up on this map, but it's not there, is because Aslant sunk.
Yes.
Aslant has a lot of parallels to the mythological continent of Atlantis. In that, Ophelia, you will have heard this story a bunch of times because it's one of those stories that merfolk tell all the time about how the sinful humans of Aslant got their just desserts and were sunk beneath the waves for rebelling against the Aboleth. And the reason that you all know this is because one of the central stories in your history is how you created these ward stones to keep the Aboleth out of your society.
Yes.
So
Ophelia comes into the room. She's still invisible and probably will be for a few more minutes. And she stands next to Trinia and taps Trinia on the shoulder.
Hey, hun.
Oh, hi.
I heard you talking about this globe. That Aslan sank. There's sort of a whole story about it.
It was Earthfall.
Yes, that's
Started the Age
right.
of Darkness, and basically, the Aboleth got mad at Aslan, and they called down a meteor onto it, wiping out. Well, the intention was to wipe out all life on Galarian. It destroyed the continent of Aslant and destroyed the Aslant Empire.
But it didn't destroy all life because we're still here.
Yep. It's like, oh well, that's good, I guess.
Yep.
So, what is it supposed to do? She's like walking around it, and she like sort of knocks on the side of it, and as she like knocks on it, you hear a tong tong.
Ooh. Can Ophelia make a knowledge engineering check?
No, anybody who knows acoustics at all.
Oh, it's
would know
hollow.
it's hollow.
Oh, hello.
Meanwhile, out in the lobby, Crojan's like, this place sucks. There's no treasure here or anything.
I mean,
Got a couple of these gems.
It might be good for something, but I don't see anything about like they got the symbol of the Thrallkeepers everywhere, but I don't know where you're supposed to get the mark.
yeah, we haven't been able to find it either.
I think it's probably behind this door. Like, just statistically, important things are behind doors that are locked in complicated ways.
So
And
we have Damien working on that right now.
Damien's writing down a few runes and figuring out what's going on with the runes on the
Can
door.
somebody go look at that orrery over there for me?
Yep. Meanwhile, back in the room with the globe, as you guys are walking around, it's floating about 5 feet above the ground.
Iunia
Right.
wants to go stand under it and look up.
Iunia stands under it and looks up.
Hello?
Yeah, you don't see like any opening on it or anything like that. Trinia's sort of like looking at it like, you know what the deal is.
I don't know either.
Iunia, are you doing anything? You're standing underneath it.
They want to reach out and touch it
Okay.
and like tap it. Iunia will ask, "Is this where we're supposed to get the Thrallkeeper's mark?" Just sort of ask to Ophelia and Trinia.
And you're sort of like looking around. As you have your hand on it, you see it seems that the stars on the walls seem to be glowing like a bit.
Ooh.
They seem to glow at first, just like dully, and then slowly they take on kind of like a bright gleam.
Ooh. I would like to cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay. Yeah, it radiates quite strong divination magic, and transmutation magic.
Ooh. I do not have any spellcraft. Neither does Ophelia. Does Trinia have any spellcraft?
Oh, sorry, it only radiates divination.
Okay, divination. Has some sort of divination spell on it.
But you're still touching it, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly, for the rest of you, you just see Iunia disappear.
Iunia?
Iunia, you are now floating in a void.
Perhaps I should have taken my hand off of the globe while we were casting spells on it. Hello?
You just hear,
Is this some sort of Desnan ritual?
Ritual.
How do I get out?
After you've been hanging in here for a moment, give me a will save.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Will save is my best save. That is a 28.
28, yeah, you're fine. You're just hanging in this void of nothingness.
Is this where you get the Thrallkeeper's mark?
And then, as you say, is this where you get the Thrallkeeper's mark? You see sort of like spinning into view all around you, just stars in the shape of a 7-pointed star, patterning all along the exterior around you.
Is that a yes?
They sort of like move like interlocking gears, and then they fade. Give me another will save.
All right. I don't know if this is against something that I want to happen or if it's against like a feeble mind spell. That's a 26.
You're fine.
Sredna.
What are you doing?
Can I move around in the space at all? Can I like swim through the void?
You move like you're swimming, and you don't seem to move in any direction.
Can I is there anything within like touching range? Can I like touch anything?
No, there is nothing within touch range of you.
Can I make a knowledge religion check to see if I can figure out what this place is supposed to be?
Sure.
I only have a +4 to knowledge religion. 17.
Yeah, you get the, in some way it seems to, the mark that you've been seeing around everything is obviously a holy symbol. You know that it's related to Lissala. You don't know Lissala's domain, but the constant appearance of the symbol seems to indicate that all of this is in some way related to the worship of Lissala.
Lissala, hello. I'm Iunia, a worshipper of Eridan.
And as you say, a worshipper of Eridan. You're basically you say Lissala, and you see this golden serpent like rise up from the floor beneath you and spread its massive wings, its 7-pointed star head slowly rotating about the axis of where the head should be. And as you say, a worshipper of Eridan, you get this imagery of, you see a man dressed as an artist. He shifts into a beggar, then into a craftsman, a farmer, a fisher, a hunter, a merchant, a scholar, a shepherd, a soldier, a tailor, and a thief. You see sort of patterned around you as these 12 forms take shape, sort of encircling you. You see above this giant silhouette of a bearded man holding aloft a hammer and hammering away at a piece of heated metal.
Yes, that's correct.
You can see, then you see rising up below you, and then sort of like pulling around you, water just surging through the area, and then you can see a glow beneath, this gold and green glow pushing forth a giant chunk of stone. And as it does so, you can see like arcane sigils swirling around you. You see it rise and breach the surface. You see bricks laid around it, forming the shape of a temple. You see priests carrying a holy book through the streets. You see a city growing around the symbol, around the temple.
Starstone.
And then finally, you see, just sort of hanging in the void, a floating image of Eridan.
Yes, that is sort of the entire story, yes. Are you Lissala?
And then coiling around you, you see the golden serpent again. Its wings splayed out, encircling both you and the image of Eridan.
I notice you have not included the 13th guise of Eridan, the Shadow.
And there is a stone pedestal appears before you.
What is this?
On it, there is a mark. The 7-pointed star.
Is this for me?
The coils tighten slightly, shrinking the space around you.
All right. I'll hurry. Iunia will go forward and they'll put their hand on the pedestal.
Which hand do you hold out first?
When I was looking at the folks who would show me their Thrallkeeper's marks, what hand did they usually have it on?
They usually had it on their right hand.
Okay.
Indicating dismissal.
Ah. Iunia is going to put out their right hand
Okay.
and put it on the column.
Right. You put your right hand on it, and as your hand touches it, it feels like it's searing into your skin. And as it does so, images of your life actually start to flash around. You can see a small village in Taldor, where a group of pilgrims dressed in green are walking through. We see a skinny little child version of Iunia like tilling a field as they do so. You see the wind catching their robes, and they look magnificent. We see what would be the next major memory of Iunia's life after that.
We see Iunia going into a temple of Eridan and being shown books, being taught how to read, being taught what to read.
Mm-hmm. We see a bearded priest standing at a lectern, reading from a book bearing the eye of Eridan. We see you dressed in traveling clothes, a bit older. We see you out in the wild, walking through a similar small village. We see children coming forth to you. You're a little bit closer to the age that you are now. You teaching them to read. What else did you do?
The teaching them the scriptures of Eridan,
Mm-hmm.
teaching them about the glorious future that awaits Cheliax, where they currently, or where they now live. They did not used to live in Cheliax, but Cheliax has expanded.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be sad, because there's glory awaiting them.
We see you taking up a bounty with a group of people. And then we see a blinding flash as the form of a basilisk looms above you. And then we see many of the things that you've been through since then. Waking up in the Bank of Abadar, we see the shadow looking at you as you ask questions of Eridan. We see a person with a Thrallkeeper's mark warding you off. Any other memories that you feel are important to you right now?
The Temple of Eridan in Corvosa being reformed from the Shadow Plane. Kester.
We see you calling forth the spirit of Lenore. The black wall rapidly approaching, that as you get close, you can see it's made of chain. You see the casket shaking. And then, once all these images have flashed by up to the present moment, there is this sort of shadowy figure just hanging in the area around you. It drifts away from you. And as it drifts away, fanning out around it, you see the 12 guises of Eridan. And it takes its place at the end of the line. And in the shadow, you can also see a lot of, sort of flashes of the memories that you have of interacting with it.
Please, I want to understand. Why did it all go so wrong?
And as you say that, basically the symbol of one of the holy symbols of Eridan around you sort of moves to encompass the entire area. You see a group of Marines besieged on a beachhead. Shawanti warriors encircling them. You see flaming ballista pelting the shoreline, catching Shawanti in the crossfire. You see a man you recognize to be Jack Theon Corvosa, running into battle with a sword raised high, a priest of Eridan at his back. And as he cuts through the warriors that push toward him, you see more campaigns as Shawanti are pushed from where the streets of Corvosa now stand.
No, we weren't supposed to be
You see a Shawanti leading a war party, his face painted like a skull, a pattern of skulls adorning his chest, as he marches into a burgeoning city. He drops a torch igniting a huge pyre that spreads to the surrounding buildings. We see war, battles breaking out, and all of this happening at the feet of a cathedral of Eridan, one that you recognize that now stands in Old Corvosa. We see soldiers corralling Jawanti warriors, executing them, taking their children away.
No.
We see them
No, stop.
eventually as the worshippers of Eridan are replaced with people in black metal armor. Take them away to Citadel Vrade. Take them to the dungeons of Corvosa. We see a caravan of Shawanti looking back over their shoulders at the cliffs of the Storval Plateau.
I don't want this to happen again. I want to be better. How do I be better than this? How do I show them that we can be better than this?
There's nothing.
Tell me! You're right there! Iunia reaches out to the 13 guises of Eridan. You're right there. We weren't supposed to do this. These are other humans. They're other people. We weren't spreading our glorious future. We were just killing them.
The images of Eridan don't move. You are now at the base of a cathedral to Eridan.
When you came to my village, was that because you wanted a glorious future for me? Or was I just the latest in a long line of conquered people?
You see flashes of battles being fought along the borders of Kaldor and Cheliax into Kadira. You see Serenites and Eridanites clashing, blood soaking into the sands of Kadira. You see laser fire in the land of Numeria, and mirrored shields reflecting it back at the barbarians that defend that land. You see them also fighting against vampires and essentially what you see now is the image of the spread of the Empire of Kaldor and Cheliax.
All this time, I've been telling myself that the reason this happened was because people were taking what you wanted and using it as an excuse to do something horrible. Did you want this? Do you want to help me make it better?
No response.
What am I supposed to do?
The images around you fade.
No, come back! Tell me what I'm supposed to do!
You're hanging in the void again.
Please. Has everyone just been lying to me this entire time?
And you just float in the darkness for a moment.
Is that
give me another will save. Actually, give me 2 more will saves.
Well, that's a natural one.
Okay. You take 1d4 points of intelligence damage.
Ouch. Okay. 2. Iunia's head starts hurting.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a hard time focusing. I'm going to make another will save. That's an 18.
Okay. Nothing bad seems to happen to you there. Make another.
And that's 30.
Okay. Nothing bad seems to happen to you there. And what was the next thing that you asked it?
Please, is there anything good that's come of this? Anything? Has someone done something kind or righteous or helpful or healing?
Yeah, you see like encircling you images of Eridanites building schools, building hospitals, healing the sick. You see them sheltering towns against dragons and giants and just indescribable monsters. You see a glorious crusade of knights in brilliant armor driving back hordes of undead led by a towering undead figure. You see them sealing away that figure. You see Eridan in a land of stair-stepped pyramids and jungle, shaking hands with a man wearing like a golden necklace that sort of like clings to his neck, but like lays flat across his chest with this giant radiant image of a sun. You see him guiding a woman who you would recognize to be who would later become his herald, Rosne. And you see a lot of images of good things being done in his name.
Is it worth it? Is there something we can do to make that worth it?
You get no response.
Should I just wipe everything away and start over?
Do you want to give me give me another will save?
That's 22.
Okay, you're fine. And then you can give me a sense motive if you would like.
I would like to do that.
Now that you've seen sort of what it does.
That's a 21.
21. Yeah. You gather this thing answers questions about facts, things that have happened. It will tell you history. It will show you places. It seemed that it when you asked if it knew about the 13th guise, it presented the Thrallkeeper's mark so that you could share your knowledge.
Oh.
But it doesn't seem to give any moral answer. Your moral questions fall flat. Questions of facts are answered.
Please. All right. I think I have to go now.
Right, and you see the acropolis of the Thrallkeeper beneath you.
Do I just touch it? And Iunia, as they're asking that, they reach out and touch it.
As you are saying, do I just touch it? You are back outside the globe.
Iunia falls to their knees as the world swims around them.
Are you okay? Trini like comes over to you. Is like, are you okay?
My head hurts.
She's sort of like looking at you. She like looks in your eyes. She takes like the light that's on the end of her dagger and like holds it up. Is like, follow my thing. Well, you don't have any wisdom damage.
Ow.
He's like, I would help, but I used to have lesser restoration, but I don't have it now.
I can cast that. Iunia casts lesser restoration on himself and heals 1d4 intelligence damage. Let me roll that. Hey! Heals all of their intelligence damage. Oh, that's... they look down at their hand, their right hand.
You have a symbol emblazoned on your right hand. A 7-pointed star.
Iunia holds up their right hand. I think I got it. That place is a lot.
Oh, actually.
My nose is bleeding a little bit. That's probably bad.
Oh no, that's my brain.
Well, my blood is supposed to stay inside me. That's like the first thing you learn as a healer.
And while all this has been going on, Lenore.
Yes.
Give me a perception.
All right. Oh, that's not fantastic. That is a 20. I do have see invisibility, Probably doesn't mean anything. Lenore's a little distracted. She's watching Krogen and appreciating his rippling muscles and such.
What did you get?
I got a 20.
Okay.
She's probably not paying as good of attention as she should be.
the sounds from above have sort of died down, and it seems quiet. Crojan is actually sort of like looking at Damien. He's like, why do you keep doing all this? Why don't you just push it? And like he's gripping the bottom of this stone. Actually, I'm gonna have him make a strength check.
Stop it! It's very sensitive.
Sensitive.
Strength check. Ooh, natural 20.
Oh no.
Did I get enough? This is a case where a natural 20 might not actually be enough to do it. Am I raging? Actually, I think he's raging right now. Let me turn this.
Sensitive, schmensitive, activate rage, push.
You see him go, what the fuck is the point of this? Just open it. And he goes, you see like the cords in his neck bulge, his arms like tighten, and you can see this sort of like his face reddens as he's pulling at it, and he's like, ugh.
Knock it off!
I don't think it's gonna open.
No, it's locked. I'm working on it. Look, I know that the symbols, the planets correspond to one of the sin runes. I'm just trying to figure out which ones, and if we're supposed to go in order going out from the sun or going in.
Mm-hmm. And about that time, Lenore.
Yep.
I need you to make a will save.
Uh-oh. Not great. Oh, is this a charm or compulsion effect?
No. It's mind affecting though.
Okay. Well, I'm not. It's specifically charm or compulsion effects that I have a bonus to. All right, come on. That was a 2 on die for a total of 10.
So, Lenore, I have some great news for you.
Uh-oh.
While they're all doing all this thing and being very interested in what's going on with this, you see suddenly coming down these spiraling red shapes.
Oh.
There's just spirals of red slowly descending the column of light.
Shiny.
And as you do, and as this happens, you actually see, four sets of these.
Oh, shiny.
Technically, I need to make 4 will saves, but
Oh, yeah.
but you already failed
I
one,
already
so
failed,
you're fine. Basically, the red spirals sort of like move around you, and as they get closer, you start to make out sort of the faint outline of humanoid forms dressed in insectoid armor.
Oh no!
As they start moving, and you just like, ooh, pretty. Give me another will save.
Shiny. That is a 25.
Give me 3 more.
Oh, I'll make 3 more. That is a 27.
Okay.
Oh, that's another 2.
Right. Give me another set as they sort of encircle you, gently moving, as Damien is focused on the runes, and Crojan is sort of bickering with him about this. And
might Majenko notice anything?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, for Majenko. What is Majenko's perception modifier? He's just a little guy. 31. He also has see invisibility.
Okay. And Lenore, did you give me your last?
Last set.
Last set.
Yeah, sure. Here we go. Lowest was 16.
Okay. As they're sort of encircling you, these spiraling red lights with beautiful glow. You go at the last second. You go, wait a second.
Hold on.
And you recognize the effect. It's the same thing that happened to you in Vencarlo's house. And at that moment, as you're sort of realizing this, Majenko's head whips around and goes, Red Mantis assassins!
Ah!
Everyone who's in this area, please roll for initiative.
All right. So that's Lenore, Damien, Majenko. Everybody else is fucking around in the globe room. Got another 2 on die. Oh boy. So that's a 12 to initiative for Lenore.
I'm just gonna do 1 initiative for the Thundercallers and 1 for the Red Man.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
That's fine. Yeah. Damien got a 14. Pew, pew, pew. And then I'm guessing as other people hear the sounds of combat, we will be able to have them roll into initiative as well. I will say it's likely that Ophelia's invisibility is gone again.
Yes, it is gone.
Okay.
Any minute per level stuff is gone by now.
Yeah. Okay. Whoop. But freedom of movement is still up, and see invisibility is still up.
All right. The Thundercallers look at Majenko and they go, "What? What are you talking about?" And they sort of take steps to back up Krojan. Eats what he kills. And then the Red Man's assassins, acting in concert together.
Can Lenore see them?
Yes.
Okay.
Are going to attack at Lenore.
Okay. I do have uncanny dodge.
Okay.
So I don't become flat-footed unless fainted on or immobilized. Does that count? Usually Lenore goes first in initiative. I haven't been here in a while. Let me check.
You can't be caught flat-footed unless they have improved uncanny dodge.
Ah.
The first one swipes at you 3 times and misses all 3 of them. The second is going to, sort of following up on that, attack at you 3 times and is going to hit you all 3.
Ow!
So you will be taking, let me see, 25, 30, let's see, 33 points of damage between those attacks. And then I have sneak attack for you.
Okay.
What are your chances of negating sneak?
50%.
Okay.
So we'll say 51 or higher, the sneak attack goes off. 50 or lower, sneak attack does not go off.
Gotcha. So, all right,
I have
33.
rolled a 76, a 98, and a 6.
So you will take a combined total from that guy of 59 points of damage.
Okay, and I do have DR2 untyped, so I will subtract 2 from each of those for a total of 53. That's ouch.
The remaining one's actually going to the closest one to standing right next to Damien. It attacks at Damien, but misses as Damien essentially just steps out of the way to, like, at Majenko's warning. Let me see if it gets with the last attack.
And Damien's flat-footed AC is 20.
Gotcha. I got a 15.
Aww.
We do hit once for 24 points of damage to Damien. And then the last one is also going to attack at Lenore. Ooh, we got 1 hit. 16 points, and give me a roll.
All right. 1D, 1 hundo. 28.
All right, so that means you don't take sneak on that one. And then we have another hit.
So I take 9 points of damage?
This next one, you take 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the last one, you're going to take 13 and give me another roll.
Okay, hold on. I need to subtract this addition. Okay. And uno mas. 6! Again!
Also, as they're attacking you, they are becoming visible.
So that is a minus 13, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so minus 11.
And now visible to everyone are 4 Red Mantis assassins attacking at Lenore.
So, this is something I never thought I'd say. Thank goodness for uncanny dodge. Thank goodness for unusual anatomy. Because were it not for those things, Lenore would be dead.
Right.
Lenore has 35 hit points remaining. Woohoo!
Oh boy. Damien, you now see these Red Mantis assassins before you.
I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
What would you like to do?
It's going to 5-foot step back, swift action, imbue my cards with +2 shocking. In addition to their +1 beaming, so it'll be +3 beaming shocking. and I will cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And with spell combat, throw a full bevy of cards
Gotcha.
at the
Show me.
Red Mantis assassins.
Show me.
Here comes the first card, coming at the guy who's closest to me. That is a 23 to hit.
I believe that is going to be a hit. Yes.
So that's 1d4 plus 3 plus 1d6. That is 7 points of damage. We'll do it again. This is the rapid shot. Oh, 19. So can you draw me a card? This is the only one of the only times that matters. I'm taking advantage of the Cardcaster's Roll Dealer feature, which is if I draw a card that matches my alignment in one or both areas, then I get a bonus.
Draw the midwife.
I've drawn the midwife.
Oh, fuck. You draw the midwife. And as you do, you sort of see the image on the card sort of appearing like rather than like a halfling woman, it looks more like a Duergar with orange hair.
Center?
And it matches along one alignment axis.
So that increases the threat range of my card to 19 to 20. So I will roll to confirm.
Nice.
And that is, I believe, a success. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the closest one?
Yes. So that does another 11 points of damage. Minimum damage on the card crit. Fucking bummer.
Sorry.
And one more. This is our iterative. That may be a miss. That is a 19. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
All right. So 1d4 plus 3 plus 1d6. Oh, there we go. Now we have minimum shocking damage. Another 7 points of damage. So Damien is invisible. He just dealt 25 points of damage to the closest Red Mantis assassin.
And yeah, basically you throw this volley of cards, particularly standing out to you, the midwife, which crits. The midwife being a card that appeared to Sinter.
Yes.
It is from the Suit of Stars. It depicts a woman holding a demonic or a devilish-looking baby upside down as smoke peels off of it. A little healer's kit beside her, and some kind of crying parent at her back.
And the midwife looks like Sinter.
The midwife looks like Sinter right now. Lenore.
All right. Well, Lenore is having, as we say in the business, a bad time. So Lenore is going to Blood Rage.
Okay. Rage.
Rage. Greater Blood Rage. She will receive 33 temporary hit points. I think it's reasonable to say Lenore had her faux shard out because she was looking to attack anything that came down, and then she got fascinated.
Yeah, she was on guard duty.
So we'll just start attacking these fellows. I would like to free action, activate my Boots of Speed to hasten myself. And with that, we're gonna blend. Starting with the guy that Damien hit. 15, rolling to confirm.
What?
18. So that crits.
What's your total?
Sorry, 15.
It's like 15 doesn't hit.
No, I'm sorry, a 15 on die. I got really excited.
Sorry.
36 to hit.
Okay, 36, yes.
Rolling to confirm. A 39 to confirm.
Yeah.
So that crits. So we do 2d10 plus 46 damage. Lenore's mad. And he gets to make a fortitude save. That is a sad roll. The crit got a total of 4 points of damage for 50 points of damage. And then he gets to make a DC 19 fortitude save on my staggering strike.
What's the DC?
19.
Fails.
All right.
Staggered.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can spread around the level a little bit, since that guy can't make a full round attack. We'll continue the blending. We'll move clockwise to the fellow just below him, and roll to hit that guy. We'll do our hasted attack here with the highest attack bonus. That is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna fucking hit.
All right. I will.
They have an AC of 19. I feel comfortable.
Okay. So we'll roll 1d10 plus 23 damage. Oh, that rolled a 9 now, so that's 32 points of damage.
Okay.
And then we'll smack him again.
Gotcha.
Moving down to our iteratives. That is a 17 on die. So rolling to confirm.
Yep. For anybody who doesn't remember, Lenore has an expanded critical range, so that she threatens a critical from 15 to 20.
So that's a 23 to confirm.
Yeah.
So that crits.
Okay.
And so DC 19 Fortitude save from you, and 2d10 plus 46 damage from Lenore.
Fails.
59 points of damage.
He's unconscious.
All right. And we will continue our blend. We'll move to the person who's flanking with the guy who's currently staggered.
Lord, how many attacks do you have?
This is my last attack.
Okay.
It's 4 attacks. When I'm hasted, it's 4 attacks.
Oh my gosh.
And that is, I believe, a miss with a 16.
Yeah, it's a miss.
All right.
Okay. Trojan sort of stands back going,
He's a friend of yours?
Would I be killing them if they were my friends?
I don't know.
No, they're not.
All right. Show me what you got.
he's gonna hold his action.
You fucking kidding me, dude?
And Majenko.
He will rifle through Damien's bag and give Damien a potion of cure light.
Do you just administer the potion?
Yes.
You're like, here, Damien.
Yes.
You draw a potion out of the bag, and then
so it's 1d4 or 1d8 plus 1.
Incredible.
3 points of healing.
Akram is going to shout out into the globe room. Quickly, the friends are under attack. To arms. He's going to move. He's going to charge into battle, and as he does so, he holds up his star knife, and as he does so, this wave of energy washes over all of you. You all are going to gain the benefits of prayer.
Hey! Do-do-do-do.
And the Red Mantis are similarly going to get the negative effects of prayer.
Yay!
Krojan is continuing to hold his action, and the Thundercallers do the same, sort of watching you guys to see how you do.
Should I roll Ophelia and Iunia into initiative?
You can roll into initiative.
All right, come on, Ophelia. Ophelia got a natural 20 for a total of 27. Iunia, they got a 10 on die for a total of 11. Hey, nice job, Iunia.
Okay.
And
If you can roll Trinia in as well.
I'll roll in Trinia. It's all good. Trinia got also a 10 for a total of 14. I would like Lenore, when she's done with her attacks, to 5-foot step down and down and to the right, so that nobody is in flanking with her anymore.
Gotcha. That's good. All right. Okay. So, Ophelia, you may now act after Truth Speaker Akram has now called on you.
Okay. Ophelia would like to double move right next to the door where, although Damien is invisible, Ophelia remembers he was working. So I will double move, and then do I have any useful swift actions? I don't really need to conceal myself right now. So I think that's it. Ophelia double moves.
Double moves. Trojan's sort of just still watching.
I'm here!
Holding, he's got his weapons at the ready.
Oh god, Lenore, that's a lot of blood.
The Red Mantis First one is going to move to here.
Right.
And then attack.
Okay.
No sneak.
My AC is 26 now.
Ooh. Damn. So I had 2 crit threats, but none of them confirmed.
Okay.
You take 28 damage.
All right. Is that for is that total?
Yeah.
All right. So minus 4 on that. 24 damage.
One more. God, I had another fucking crit threat. And then 17 points of damage on the next.
Okay, 15.
What?
I have DR2.
Oh, okay. And then this one goes to step up to attack you. And as it steps up, Krojan actually steps forward and takes his Earthbreaker and boom! Slams the Earthbreaker into its head, connecting with the wall and smashing it against the wall. He goes, "Hey,
Yeah.
want a piece?" He's sort of like looking, and he's looking at the red mantis. He's like, "Want a piece?" Red mantis is dead.
Lenore spits out some blood. Thanks.
Damien.
Oh, this red mantis didn't do anything.
Oh, sure. Yes. This red mantis is going to 5-foot step closer and is also going to attack at Lenore. The mantis whose head is crushed evaporates into a thin mist. All of them do have their mist activated. Lenore, it's going to hit you twice. It's not going to confirm a crit. However, you're going to take 24 damage between 2 hits.
Hey, 20?
And then the last is going to be a miss.
All right. Lenore is officially...
Damien.
Lenore is just, like, barely standing. Damien is going to, as a swift action, enter Startoss style, which will give him a +6 to card damage. I was stretching, my lower back hurts a little.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Okay. And he is going to 5-foot step forward and just full round attack, rapid shot at the fellows who are hurting his friend. So we have, all right, that is a 27 to hit, so that hits. Minimum damage on both of the die rolls, but that does 12 points of damage. And Damien's going to throw another card.
Which one is this?
Oh, this is at the one near Krojan.
Okay.
That is a this is the rapid shot, so that's a 30 to hit.
No, 30 is just too high. That's too good.
So we'll do another one of these. That's 16 points of damage. And our iterative. All right. That is 24 to hit. I'm not doing deadly aim on these, which is why the modifier, why the to hit modifier is so big.
Why aren't you deadly aiming?
Because it's so hard for Damien to hit usually, I wasn't thinking about it. So that's another 14 points of card damage to that guy.
You want to turn it on for next round?
Yes.
Okay. Trinia is going to also double move to get into range. That's her turn. Lenore, we're back to you. As Trinia's like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of those bug people.
Lenore.
These are the bug people you told me about, right? The ones that are trying to, like, kill you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I can see it. You okay?
Nope.
Okay.
Lenore spits out some more blood, cracks her neck, and is gonna keep wailing. She's gonna attack the guy that Damien hit in the upper left corner. That is a 17 on die for a total of 38. Rolling to confirm. That is a 26 to confirm. So
yeah.
2d10 plus 40. Does prayer double on a crit?
Yes.
All right, 2d10 plus 48 damage.
With a flat bonus too.
Yes.
So. The only things that don't double on crits are extra damage, which are things like extra dice leak.
Ah, okay. So that's 56 points of damage. DC 19 Fortitude save or becomes staggered.
Doesn't matter, he's dead.
Yeah.
And he evaporates into mist.
Lenore slices off the head of that guy And then she turns around to the one guy remaining. She opens her mouth to try to think of something witty to say. And all that comes out is just a trickle of blood. She spits it in his face, and she's gonna do another, I'm gonna do the hasted attack. That is a 15 on die for a total of 36, rolling to confirm. And that's a 14 on die to confirm, so I'm thinking that confirms.
What is the total?
That is a 35.
Yeah.
Or sorry, a 36.
Are you power attack?
36 with prayer. Yes, I'm power attacking. I'm just fucking mad. So we're gonna do that same amount of damage to this guy. Ooh, spicy on the 2d10. 63 points of damage.
Okay.
We done yet?
He's still standing.
Here come the iteratives.
All right.
That is a 6 on die, so 22.
Yep.
Okay, 1d10 plus 24.
You will knock him unconscious, and the question is whether you kill him.
Said, are we done yet? 31 points of damage.
Not quite dead yet. I think, wait, actually, let me check his con. Yep, this one's not quite dead yet, but he is unconscious. All of them are unconscious or dead. We're going to clear initiative. 2 of them are still alive.
Iunia comes out. Iunia double moves.
Hello.
What is going on? My head is killing me. Hello. Oh, that's a lot of blood. Lenore? Yeah.
Kurgan picks up the helmet of one of the ones who has evaporated. He's like, What the hell?
This red mantis stuff. Does anybody have, like, a healing thing? I have a healing thing. Hold on.
Do you know these people?
We've killed them before. They've tried to kill us before.
Never seen people like this in the Cinderlands.
Yeah, I didn't think they were around here usually. Iunia's gonna roll a heal check.
Oh, one important thing. One of the surviving ones has, for those of you who can see invisibility, a little moat of invisible something floating around them.
The fuck is that? Majenko will fly over. Can Majenko do a spellcraft check? Does Majenko use Damien's spellcraft?
Majenko uses Majenko's spellcraft.
Okay.
Use the number of ranks that Damien has.
Damien has 11 ranks in spellcraft. With a 20, do I know what that is?
With a 20, you will recognize that is a scrying sensor.
Oh, I think something's scrying on us. I will dispel it. One moment. Iunia, which one?
There's a scrying sensor on the center red mantis here.
Iunia will cast Dispel Magic from their domain.
Wait, somebody's watching us?
Yeah.
Who?
Hold on. I don't know. Iunia, is there some way you can figure out who is spying on us with scrying? I do not believe so. Damien?
Not that I know of. I think it's probably best to just dispel it.
All right. And Iunia rolled an 8 on their caster level check. That's a 19.
No.
Not enough?
Yeah, you don't dispel it.
Is it gone?
It's still there.
No, it's still there. I'll cast Dispel Magic again. Natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, with that, it does fizzle out.
Double fuck you, scrying person. Ow. Hold on. Let me heal you.
So, somebody sent these people here? Is it for you?
Probably.
Origin actually sort of narrows his eyes at you.
Iunia treats deadly wounds. Lenore heals 56 points of damage. Oh, wow, that's so much better. Okay. Ow. Okay, ribs are hurting less now. Okay, so the thing is, the Red Mantis were trying to kill a guy, or several people, in Corvosa, and we've kind of been interfering with them.
So So you led them here,
No.
to our home.
No.
He actually looks at Iunia.
To my knowledge, nobody can follow Shadow Walk.
They found you somehow.
Presumably through scrying. I doubt that's anyone's fault.
Either way, you've brought this here now.
Oh,
Did you find it?
the Thrallkeeper's mark?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where? How do I get it?
It's in the chamber upstairs. Touch the globe. Cast a magic spell.
And he sort of like looks at you.
This is the last time I help you. You all brought this here. If it hurts any of my people, it's your responsibility.
Look, we don't know why they're here. Hey, Speaker Akram. You can cast Speak with Dead, right?
I cannot cast Speak with Dead if they've been disintegrated.
There are two who are unconscious still, right?
Yes.
Let's try casting Speak with Living. Lenore kicks the unconscious body of one of the guys. How you try healing this guy? I'll tie him up.
You want to tie him up first?
Yeah. Lenore will tie up the guy. I have a CMD of 30 or 32 while I'm blood raging.
Are you tying up both of the living ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you stabilize both of them and you tie them up.
Yep.
Over the course of about 15 minutes, Krojan comes back. Actually, hold up. I need to have Krojan make a couple saves. His will probably not go as well as yours did. All right. 1. Wow, he's actually doing really well.
Hey!
2. 3. How much intelligence does he have?
Oh no! Oh no!
8. Let's roll some dice.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
We've been here for 7 minutes. 3d8.
Oh no! Oh no!
Shortly after, the Sklarqua come carrying Krojan out. His eyes are completely glassed over.
Oh. That's not...
He has a Thrallkeeper mark on his left hand.
That's not good. Iunia, remembering what happened to them, is going to use their Pearl of Power to re-prep Lesser Restoration. And they're going to go over and cast that on Krojan. Or they're going to go up, May I help? I have a healing spell that may provide some assistance.
They sort of like look at you like... they look at Akram, actually. Akram goes,
Oh, just let them do it. Obviously he needs it.
1d4. 4 points of intelligence damage restored.
okay. And he's sort of, you see sort of like the look of cognition returning to his face. He goes,
The thing...
Hello.
head hurt.
Hold on. Iunia is also going to use one of their treat deadly wounds to restore 2 additional points.
No!
Actually, as you start doing that, he goes,
No Shamek magic. No.
and the thunder callers actually sort of like push you back, like,
Krojan says no Thrallkeeper magic.
You're
And-
welcome for the magic I already used on you.
Akram goes,
You stubborn bastard. Get over here.
and he's going to cast a lesser restoration. And let me see. What did you do?
I healed 4 points.
Krojan goes,
Said don't want the Shamek.
like,
Well, I am a truth speaker. Are you going to refuse my magic? No.
Does your head hurt?
Yeah, hurts.
Do you want... I'm just going to use... It's just a healer's kit.
We go now.
he looks at the at the thundercallers.
Go now.
And they go, They sort of like look a little bit confused by the whole thing, but they go, Crojan has spoken, and they actually step into the column of light and start to ascend.
Before Crojan leaves, Lenore kind of wants to just touch him lightly on the arm. Hey. Thanks for saving my life.
Save more lives. No more of these.
Points at the red mantis, and he pulls away from you, and then rises into the column of light.
Wait, we were gonna question them while you were here. God damn it!
I guess I'll just get back to work on the door here. Maybe you can keep more of those guys from falling down the well.
Okay, so you wake up the red mantis.
Yep.
Damien punches in the code that he's figured out for the door.
Beep, 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 beep.
Let's talk about some loot. So, the door will open, revealing, basically this block of stone just starts to rise very slowly and silently. And, let me see. Inside, you will find a jumble of 5 crushed humanoid skeletons in the southeast corner of the far chamber.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Stone niches in the southern wall contain a few pieces of clutter. You will find among them a collection of exotic cups, bowls, and silverware worth 75 gold.
All right.
You will find a bottle of air,
Oh.
a decanter of endless water,
Ooh.
a sustaining spoon.
Hey.
Do you want to try the sustaining spoon?
It's ancient gruel. What does it taste like?
You want to try it?
Yeah.
It's really spicy. Give me fortitude save.
Oh, Damien, sweetheart. That's a 26.
Okay, you're fine. But your tongue is on fire. You also find 2 scrolls of clairvoyance, 2 scrolls of sending, and 2 scrolls of dimension door. Among the skeletons, you find a crystal locket depicting a 2-headed dove.
Ooh.
A pair of sapphire earrings, a bejeweled holy symbol of Lissalan, and a +1 magical beastbane dagger.
Ooh.
A bright orange cloak of resistance +3.
Ooh.
And a scabbard of keen edges. I can tell you more about those things in between sessions.
+3.
Yes, it's bright orange.
Bright orange. Yeah, I suppose this is these are the remains of the folks who ran in here to hide.
Mm-hmm.
I guess even with the decanter of endless water, the bottle of air, and the sustaining spoon, they died.
Yes.
Maybe they killed each other. Who knows?
I think I found some dead Thassilonians and a bunch of stuff.
And in the meantime, you tie up the red mantis. What do you do to rouse them?
Lenore wants to kick one until they wake up.
Oh, the red mist effect has faded. No.
Hey. Fuckhead.
Have you taken off their masks or anything?
Yeah. We'll take off their masks and maybe their armor, because I think that's where the red mist comes from. I don't know for certain.
You also get three, or you get 4 red mantis worth of gear.
Nice. Hey, fuckhead. Yeah, that's right. You didn't turn into mist and dissolve. You're still alive. Congratulations.
Stares at you. Silently.
Hey, Iunia, do you have a zone of truth prepared today? No? Fuck.
I do.
Awesome.
I always do.
Do you want to... Can you cast it?
Yep.
Thank you.
He casts Zone of Truth. And he goes,
Now, you swear to tell the whole truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I'll help you, Desna.
What? That's not part of it. I guess.
Well, it doesn't matter. If you fail the will save, you have to speak the truth anyway.
Everybody make a will save. Nobody in my party. They'll just let
you
it
don't
happen.
have to be inside the emanation. He puts a 20-foot circle around the red mantis.
Oh, okay. Lenore wants to be there to ask
Okay.
questions and be physically imposing, and
Gotcha.
Iunia wants to be there in case one of them tries to attack Lenore.
Okay, great. Then make will saves.
Yes. Ophelia and Damien will GTFO. Will saves. Iunia got a 2 for a total of 17. And Lenore got a 24. Hey.
Okay. You rouse them. The thing goes around them.
Yes.
You see them stare at you. One of them shifts. Actually, both of them shift. And you see red mist start to sort of wisp off of them.
God damn it, no, stop that! Stop that! Iunia is going to cast Hold Person on one of them.
Okay.
We'll say this one down in the lower left corner. That is a DC 17 will save.
See it.
We're gonna let the red mist fade again.
And then just after you've done that, the other one just starts like foaming at the mouth.
Fuck.
And then just collapses over on his side, and then just dissipates.
Stop doing that! Is the guy in the lower left
Still held.
still held? Lenore's gonna drag him a couple squares away from where the mist is rising. Does the mist follow?
Mist follows him.
Fuck you.
It did seem that there was something in the other one's mouth
Yes.
that allowed them to basically kill themselves.
Yes.
If you would like, you can make a heal check to figure out what that is.
I would love to do that. Oh, a natural one. A 20?
Yeah, you would find in this guy's mouth a fake tooth that you pull out. It contains like a dose of poison.
I'm no doctor of dental surgery, but I know a fake tooth when I see one.
And his blood is sort of like oozing out of the hole. Guy's still held in place.
Now are you gonna behave?
Hold person eventually fades and goes, I am loyal to the mission.
What's the mission?
He's silent.
Did you come here to kill us? Come on, that one's obvious. You can at least say yes.
And he's perfectly quiet.
This fucker.
I think in the interest of time, though, we are going to end here for now. And we will pick up with the interrogation of the living red mantis next time.
On
Curse of the
Crimson
Crimson Throne. Ain't out yet.
To Have and to Roll is produced by David Clark and Katie Duckshire. The Pathfinder RPG and the Curse of the Crimson Throne Adventure Path are property of Paizo and are used in accordance with their community use policy. This session featured music from Michael Ghelfi Audio. See the description for a full track list. The Thrallkeeper's Mark section of this episode was edited and mastered by Liam Wilkinson, whom you can find at liamwilkinson.com. That's Liam, Liam, Wilkinson, WILKINSON.com. Sound effects were produced by Syrinscape. You can find more sound effects for your own tabletop games over at Syrinscape.com. We are on Twitter, X, I guess, at To Have and to Roll. Rain is at Rain0. That's RANE and the number 0. Daft is at Daft Prodigy. We are also on Tumblr, tohaveandtoroll.tumblr.com. And we'll be back again in 2 weeks as tensions boil over in the questioning of the Red Mantis assassins. How dare they attack Lenore? How dare they hypnotize her with their dancing? And how dare they make us look bad in front of Krojan? Hopefully we'll find some answers next time. Bye!
Hi, Rain here. This is obviously where the bloopers usually go, and as a person who always loves the bloopers on the special features of movies and things, I always feel it's important to have the bloopers. However, in this episode, we didn't have that many bloopers. What we did have, however, was some deleted scenes. Since we brought in Liam to do the sound effects and mastering for the Thrallkeeper section, there were a couple things that we decided to cut, just in the interest of not bogging the scene down with mechanics or things that weren't relevant to Iunia's backstory directly. So I've taken those parts and I've put them in as like a deleted scene here at the end of the episode. Thank you for listening this far, if you've come this far. And I hope you enjoy this little extra bit of Thrallkeeper stuff. Which hand do you hold out first?
Left hand.
As you raise your left hand, you see imagery around, like enveloping the left half of the sphere of you standing there, holding, like raising your hand up, and calling forth a number of creatures.
What?
Like
No.
before you've touched the symbol.
No. Iunia will raise their right hand.
As you raise your right hand, you see an image of you on your right side, holding up your palm and blasting away similar creatures.
Do the creatures look familiar to me?
You don't have spellcraft?
No.
Make a knowledge religion then.
Okay. 20.
Okay. The creatures that you see here, let me pull up the list real quick. It seems to be a number of creatures. One of them being a babao demon, which is a red, very lithe demon that wields a spear. There's a bearded devil, which is a devil that you guys actually fought once before. Which is a like kind of a hulking devil with like these sort of tendrily beard coming off its face that it can actually use as an attack. There is an Azada, what you would recognize as a Berlini Azada, which is a elf-like creature with silver white hair that crackles with lightning, wielding a bow. You also see a lion, a series of elementals, a chiton, which we recognize as a chain devil, which is basically a person who is completely wrapped in chains, and sort of has them falling off at every angle, wielding hooked chains. You see a whale beneath. You see the outsider known as a salamander. It's not like the animal of the salamander. It's a giant serpent-tailed creature with like red skin and a penchant for being in fire. It's an outsider from the plane of fire. And you see a creature with red skin, 4 arms, and like a sharp mouth, and it's like sharp pointed teeth, which you would recognize to be a Zill. Together, these monsters make up the monsters that you can summon with Summon Monster 5. So you raise your left hand and you see them conjured forth. You raise your right hand, you see them blasted back.
Okay. So this seems to be a, which spell would you like? Do I recognize the blasty? I don't.
Yes, it seems to be dismissing them as the spell dismissal.
What about the Paladin of Eridan who destroyed Kazavan? What happened to him?
You see a Paladin of Eridan bearing a brilliant symbol on his plate armor. You see him actually standing similarly, looking at this place. Pulls his hand away with a Thrallkeeper mark on it, on his left hand. And then going backwards, you see him fighting in a crusade of some kind. You see him wielding a brilliant blade, like wrapped in a golden cloth. You see a banner of what you recognize as being the banner of Last Wall. Sort of the bastion against the rise of Tar Befallen, who was a necromancer who tried to take over the world with an army of the undead. He was stopped. That was actually one of the things that you saw recently. You see basically you see this man sort of in a war room speaking very animatedly as to like a bunch of what look like politicians. And then we see those politicians sort of giving like motions as if to placate him. And then we see an image of those same politicians shambling toward the city as animated undead.
Oh, God.
And then we come back to him standing here.
What about the other people who've gotten this mark? Where did they come from? What did they want?
You see sort of encircling you like the coils of Lissala's body, rows upon rows of people. Most of the recent ones being Shawanti. Every now and then you'll see like an adventurer who seems to come from another place. And then going back far enough, you start to see people dressed in these elaborate, well-pressed, like heavily starched robes, like sort of just encircling you. Sort of a continuum of people that seems to go back millennia.
And this place, what do you want?
And actually, give me another will save.
That is a natural 20.
Okay. With basically, as you ask, what do you want? You see images of war. You see images of everyday life. You see maps and charts and all sorts of various things. You see runes patterning the walls. You see arcane spellcasters working away in their labs. And all these things are flashing like super fast. Give me another will save.
All right. That's 30.
Okay, and you're fine. And then basically it all just kind of fades.
You want knowledge. Everything we have. My head hurts. Please, how do I leave?
And you see it's almost like laid out below you an image of Galarian. You can see it sort of like slowly revolving beneath you.
Iunia will point at the cinder lens. I don't think they have a...
As you point, it grows bigger and bigger until you can see the broken acropolis of the Thrallkeepers like beneath you.
Oh. One last thing, I suppose. What happened to this place, this acropolis?
You see the people who you recognize as being some of the first who received the Thrallkeeper's mark.
Yes.
Summoning forth various creatures. You see them conjuring forth things that look like red spindly spiders with skull-like heads and little pinchy claws. You see them calling forth what look like children with hollowed out eyes made entirely of light.
What?
You see them calling forth ever greater and greater creatures. Eventually, you see them encircling a pool of dark water, and then tentacles coming forth and like reaching into various places, and you feel things cracking and falling around you.
Oh no!
And you see people rushing to a door where they quickly press a bunch of symbols on the wall, and a giant piece of stone raises up as you hear these bellowing otherworldly roars emanating from somewhere above, and then the stone slamming shut behind them.
Oh god! Should I make another will save?
Yep, make another will save.
That is a 32.
You're fine. What's your mod?
It's a plus 15.
Okay. You can only fail on a net one.
All right.
If you use your swift action to imbue the cards this turn, you get the arcane strike.
Uh-huh.
And then next turn you can do mirror image.
I suppose that involves me surviving to next turn, though.
That doesn't involve you surviving.